Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to a new episode of When You're Delusional, You're Gonna Be on TikTok. I do hope you're gonna enjoy the video, so let's just get into it.
What's the bare minimum and what's above the bare minimum? One thing I want to clarify before we get started with the video is that the bare minimum is different for everyone. In my case, the bare minimum is for the guy to be consistent, meaning texting me every day and calling me every day. The calling will mostly apply if we are already in a relationship, but the texting consistently has to be in both getting to know and the relationship. Number two will be compliments. I honestly compliment myself every day when I look at myself in the mirror. So the person complimenting me, it's the bare minimum. The person giving me flowers is the bare minimum as well. The guy planning the date, it's the bare minimum for me. Now, those are the bare minimum things a guy can do in my case. So what will be the most? In my case, it will be something that they just do extra, meaning anything that goes above the bare minimum. You should already have your expectations when it comes to a relationship. So if they are doing more than your expectations, that's when you know that they are doing the most. Now, some of you ladies need to raise your standards. Some of you actually get excited if you get a text from him. Like, no, that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean he's in love with you. Listen to me. If a guy is interested in you, it doesn't matter if he works every day. It just doesn't matter. He will find the time to text you. He will make time for you. There's nothing else that is going to stop him. However, if he's putting, I can't, it's no. But if you like to be treated like that, if you find that okay, it's completely up to you. Like I said, everyone has different bare minimums and others have different standards.
And yours are a sign that you're delusional and it's what is keeping you single. If he's consistent, even with text and calls, he's doing the bare minimum. Well, in that case, the guy ghosting you is doing extra, so above the bare minimum. There you go, that's your answer. Whenever a guy is ghosting you, don't be mad. Just know that he really likes you and he's doing more than the bare minimum.
Why do guys need to be so creepy? Like, I just came home, I've been in the city, and you guys need to hear what just happened. Okay, so I'm gonna have a seat. First of all, I usually always I drive down to the city because I don't like taking the tram and everything. But today I couldn't take the car because it wasn't charged. So I did take the tram and, oh my God, this happened. Okay, so I got a message. I checked, I was on my phone and suddenly saw this happen. Someone sent me a photo. I was like, okay, what's this? And then I saw this. First of all, I didn't know who he was. Second of all, I was afraid to even look behind me. Like, I did not even make contact with anybody. Guys, why do you guys do this? Like, this is like major creepiness.
Like weird and creepy, we got it. What are the chances the only time you're not driving through the city and you take the tram, this would happen? Crazy, right? Well, fine, that's not okay. But since you are new to the internet and new to this whole idea of looking for your 15 minutes of fame online, and by new I mean you only have 13 different IG accounts, this is what comes with your 15 minutes of fame. People will recognize you on the street and sometimes, unfortunately, they'll do something creepy.
Here's how to treat your girl right 101. I'm gonna break it down, make it easy, step by step. Number one, plan a surprise date night at least twice a month. Put a reminder on your phone if you have to. Make reservations, plan a surprise picnic, plan a trip to the beach, plan a movie night at home. Doesn't matter, just say, hey, I have plans for us on X date. Don't make any plans for that day. Gifts aren't hard. If you're going to the store, pick up something small for her. $5 flowers, her favorite drink, her favorite candy. Bonus points, if you know the influencers that she likes, go to their link in their bio. They have Like to Know It. They have all these different links for shopping. Just buy something off of there and surprise her with it. It could be $5, it could be $200, doesn't matter. Number three, validate her feelings. If she's upset about something that you think is irrational, she may even say, this is irrational. I don't know why I feel this way. It's not. Validate her feelings. Think about it. It's probably about a problem that's a little bit bigger than what she's actually upset about. Ask her questions. Figure it out together. Number four, if she's insecure, just reassure her. If she's insecure about the relationship, how she looks, like whatever, just reassure her. As women, we're filled with For You pages that are like signs he's cheating on you, and it's like he calls his mom twice a day. It's stupid. I know, but we're having to deal with this all the time. Just reassure her. Number five, post her on your social media. Even if you don't really use it that much, we know. just post her. It helps with the reassurance thing. It could be a story. It could be a post. It could be whatever. Let her know that you want to show her off. That's what it's about. You're proud to be with her. That's all it's about. If she's having a bad day or a week or a month, just do something nice for her. Like, write her a letter and leave it somewhere for her. Offer to wash her car. Offer to pay for her nails. Just something that's going to make her feel better about herself and make her feel supported. Doesn't have to be anything big. Just an act of service to let her know that you support her and you're here for her. Give her specific compliments. You're so beautiful. That's nice, but when you comment on something specific, it lets us know that you're noticing things. And bonus points if it's not about how she looks. If you're used to being single, it can be hard to even like remember, build a habit to do something for someone. So if you have to open a notes app in your phone, and it can be like things she likes. It can be actual material things. It could be when I put my hand on her knee, when I give her a hug, and build habits out of those. That's it. And then it'll come naturally and you're good.
I was good either way. Half of the things you described are what every functional adults are doing in a long-term relationship. Half of the things you described are not how to treat your girl one-on-one, is just what you like and how you want to be treated. And last, half of the things you like, other people don't.
I'm literally in my era of doing something embarrassing and then gaslighting the person into thinking it was just for the bit. Like, did I drunk text a guy last night? Maybe. But that's not embarrassing. It was literally a bit. Like, I don't actually like you. I didn't actually want to hang out with you. It was a bit.
Yeah, sure, but was it though? If I was you, I would stop worrying about it was a bit era, and I would worry more about your drinking problem. It doesn't matter what lies you say to yourself, you still drunk text him and it was still embarrassing.
Am I a jerk for silently getting up and walking out of the restaurant during New Year's Eve dinner after I was told to pay for everyone at the table? I, 32 female, recently inherited a good amount of money from my mother. I keep the money in a separate account as I haven't decided what I will do with it, and I didn't want it to go to waste. I noticed my husband consistently bringing up the inheritance and making countless suggestions of how I should spend it. Another thing is that he expects me to pay for nearly everything the past couple of weeks. For New Year's Eve, my husband and I met up with his family at a restaurant to celebrate. It was going fine until I found out that I was expected to pay for everyone at the table. My husband's mom joked about paying for dinner out of my inheritance pocket, which made me livid, but I showed no reaction. Just silently paid for my own drinks and food. Then I got up and made my way out of the restaurant. They were shouting after me like a crowd, and my husband tried to get me to come back, but I drove away. He got back home at 3 a.m., yelling at me, saying I was pathetic to get up and walk out on him and his family after they relied on me to pay for their food and thought I was gracious enough to do it. But they were wrong. He said that I humiliated him and his family, and that what I did was an attempt to get back at them for not being able to help Mom when she was sick. Not true is all I'm going to say. He's mad and is saying that I caused a huge rift between his family and me, when it wouldn't have hurt me to pay for the celebratory dinner. So am I the jerk? Don't spend someone else's money. Like, it's not your money to spend. Point blank period. End of story. It's not yours. You don't get to decide what someone does with it. And then, on top of that, tricking them into being forced and cornered into a position where they feel like they have to do something. That's messed up. I was wondering these stories if there's ever like red flags, because I wouldn't date or marry someone like this. What would the red flag really be? I'm not sure. But I'm just saying, it only gets worse from here. Let me know what you think down below.
Okay, you asked, are you the jerk? Yes, absolutely. You're a jerk and he's an idiot. Or he's the jerk and you're the idiot. Something like that. That's the main example of lack of communication between you and your husband. Maybe the question you should ask yourself is, what would you do if he was the one who inherited the money? Would you expect him to pay for everything? Would you be okay with him putting the money into a separate account that only he can touch? Or would you expect him to put the money into a joint account? Either way, there should have been a conversation between the two of you before that dinner. Maybe something along the lines, I really want my family to join us, but I can't afford it. Would you be okay with paying? And whatever happens in public, whatever problems you have with him in public, you don't just stand up and leave. You stay with him as he would do for you, and whatever issues you have, you solve them back home. It's way too big of a conversation, and I'm trying to keep this short. What do you guys think? Please let me know in the comments below, because this is gonna be the end of the video. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.